Have you ever stumbled upon a story so bizarre that it leaves you questioning reality? From mysterious hoofprints that spark tales of the devil to human faces eerily appearing on a kitchen floor, today's video dives into 6 of the creepiest Wikipedia articles that explore humanity's darkest curiosities. What really happened in Celtic Wood during World War I, where soldiers vanished without a trace? And how did the tradition of the Poe toaster become a haunting homage to Edgar Allan Poe? Join us as we unravel these chilling tales and more, igniting your imagination with the strange and the unexplained. You won't want to miss these unsettling mysteries that continue to haunt our minds. 1. Devil's Footprints. In February 1855, after a snowstorm hit East and South Devon, England, residents woke up to find mysterious hoof-like tracks covering over 30 locations. The single-file prints, which appeared to stretch over 100 miles, baffled the locals. What made these tracks especially unusual was their presence in hard-to-reach places like rooftops, haystacks, and other obstacles, raising suspicions and giving rise to supernatural theories. One of the most popular explanations at the time was that these were the footprints of the devil himself. The tracks resembled those of cloven hooves, which are often associated with demonic imagery in folklore. This idea quickly gained traction, fueling fear and confusion in the local communities. However, skeptics and rational thinkers proposed more grounded explanations. One theory suggested that the tracks were left by escaped kangaroos from a private collection, as mentioned in a letter written in the 1850s by an Englishman who claimed to have made up the story to calm people's fears. While odd, this explanation seemed more plausible to some than a supernatural origin. Another prominent theory was put forward by a local named Major Carter, who suggested that a balloon released from a nearby dockyard had caused the tracks. The idea was that shackles attached to the balloon dragged along the ground, leaving behind the hoof-like prints. However, this theory faced criticism, with skeptics questioning how a balloon could travel so far and in such a straight line without hitting trees or other obstacles. Other explanations included natural causes, such as badgers or other animals whose prints might resemble hoof marks. Some researchers argued that the reported 100-mile stretch of tracks was likely exaggerated or entirely fabricated, adding to the mystery. Despite these numerous theories, no definitive explanation has ever been proven, leaving the Devil's Footprints incident a historical enigma. Even today, it remains an unsolved mystery that continues to fascinate those intrigued by strange and unexplained events from the past. 2. Belmez Faces. In 1971, a strange phenomenon in the small village of Belmez, Spain, caught national attention when a local woman, Maria Gomez Camara, claimed that human faces mysteriously began appearing on her kitchen floor. It all started on August 23, when Maria saw a creepy face on the concrete floor of her home. Shocked, she, her husband Juan, and their son Miguel destroyed the image and laid down new concrete. However, just a few days later, another face appeared in the same spot. Fearing something unnatural, Maria called the mayor, who ordered the removal of the floor for further study. To everyone's surprise, removing the concrete didn't stop the phenomenon. More faces began to appear, turning Maria's home into a national sensation. Dubbed the House of the Faces, her home attracted hundreds of visitors over the next few months, and soon, thousands of tourists were flocking to the tiny village to witness the bizarre event firsthand. For the next 30 years, Maria's family reported that new faces continued to form in the house, sometimes even appearing right in front of people's eyes. Local authorities launched several investigations to uncover whether Maria or her family had fabricated the phenomenon, but none of the studies provided a clear answer. Some tests indicated that the faces might have been painted, but these results were not conclusive. Paranormal investigators also got involved, claiming they experienced strange phenomena, including hearing eerie voices and witnessing the formation of new faces during their experiments. Despite their reports, the authorities dismissed their findings, accusing them of using unscientific methods. Skeptics suggested that Maria and her family might have staged the entire thing as a hoax to draw tourism to the village. This theory was supported by the idea that the media had sensationalized the story, making it difficult for legitimate investigations to proceed. However, there has never been definitive proof that the Belmez Faces were fake. To this day, the faces that appeared on Maria's floor remain mysteries. No scientific explanation has ever fully explained the phenomenon, and the Belmez Faces continue to intrigue those fascinated by unexplained occurrences. 3. Unexplained Sounds. The upsweep sound, recorded in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, is one of several unexplained underwater noises that continue to puzzle scientists. These sounds are detected using hydrophones, advanced underwater devices that capture sound waves from all directions. According to research, many of these recordings have to be sped up 16 times and have their frequency increased to make them audible to the human ear, adding to the mystery. Upsweep was first recorded by the U.S. Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, in 1991 through their hydrophone array located between New Zealand and South America. The sound consists of a series of waves that move from low to high frequency, which is why it earned the name upsweep. Interestingly, the sound's intensity seems to change with the seasons, becoming louder during spring and autumn, though the overall volume has gradually decreased since its discovery. Despite decades of monitoring, scientists still haven't been able to determine the source of the upsweep sound. While some believe it may be linked to underwater volcanic activity, no conclusive evidence has been found. Its remote location, deep in the Pacific, adds to the difficulty of solving the mystery. This unexplained sound is just one of several underwater phenomena that have baffled researchers. Although there are various scientific theories, none have provided a definitive answer. The fact that the world's leading researchers are still unable to figure out what's causing these sounds is both intriguing and a little unsettling. 4. The Anguished Man. The story of the Anguished Man, a painting allegedly made with the artist's own blood, has become the subject of paranormal intrigue, primarily due to claims made by its current owner, Sean Robinson. Sean inherited the painting from his grandmother, who had kept it hidden in her attic for over 25 years due to unsettling experiences she reportedly had while it was in her possession. She told Sean that the artist mixed his blood into the paint before committing suicide shortly after completing the artwork. According to Sean, after bringing the painting into his own home, he and his family began experiencing eerie occurrences similar to those his grandmother had described. These included sightings of a dark, shadowy figure and the sounds of crying and moaning late at night. Sean, who previously claimed to be a skeptic, says these experiences led him to believe in the paranormal. As interest in the painting grew, Sean started documenting the strange events on his YouTube channel, which gained thousands of subscribers. He shared footage of alleged paranormal activity, which drew attention from paranormal investigators. The legend of the Anguished Man eventually attracted the interest of an independent filmmaker who reportedly bought the rights to make a film about the painting in 2017, although the film never became popular or was possibly never released. Despite the eerie claims, many people remain skeptical. The backstory of the painting is vague, lacking details about the artist or the time it was created, leading to suspicions of a hoax. Critics also point out that the footage on Sean's YouTube channel appears staged, and some believe Sean himself painted the Anguished Man and fabricated the story to gain attention and monetize the legend. While the Anguished Man continues to fascinate paranormal enthusiasts, there is little concrete evidence to support the supernatural claims, and the story is likely more of a crafted hoax than a genuine paranormal occurrence. 5. Poe Toaster. The story of the Poe Toaster revolves around a mysterious figure who honored the memory of Edgar Allan Poe by leaving roses and cognac at his grave on the writer's birthday. Poe died on October 7, 1849, under mysterious circumstances in Baltimore, and this curious tradition began in the 1930s. The Poe toaster was known for wearing black and obscuring his face with a scarf or hood, which added to his mystique. Each year on January 19, the anniversary of Poe's birth, he would visit Westminster Hall and burying ground in Baltimore. During his visit, he would raise a glass of Martell cognac in a toast to Poe, leave 3 red roses, and place an unfinished bottle of cognac on Poe's gravestone before disappearing into the night. The toaster's ability to avoid crowds and remain anonymous contributed to the intrigue surrounding him. Only a few people had actually seen him, and just one photograph taken by Bill Ballenberg for Life magazine in 1990 exists. The toaster occasionally left cryptic notes, one of which from 1993 hinted that the torch would soon be passed, suggesting a change in the tradition. By 1998, the original Poe toaster seemingly stopped appearing, leading many to speculate he had passed away. His legacy was taken up by one of his sons, but this new toaster failed to honor the tradition. Instead of solemn tributes, he left notes about sports and politics, which many considered disrespectful. One particularly disappointing note was withheld from the public by the curator of the Poe House and Museum in an effort to preserve the original toaster's honor. After 70 years of mystery, Baltimore decided to revitalize the tradition in 2015 by transforming it into a more tourist-friendly event. A competition was held to choose a new anonymous Poe toaster, and since 2016, this new figure has continued the legacy, albeit with a more public display at Poe's grave each year. The identity of the original Poe toaster remains unknown, further adding to the mystique surrounding Edgar Allan Poe and his legacy. 6. Mystery of Celtic Wood. The mystery of Celtic wood is one of World War I's most perplexing incidents, occurring on October 9, 1917, during the Battle of Polkapel in West Flanders. The Australian 10th Battalion was tasked with raiding Celtic wood to destroy German dugouts as part of a larger plan to capture Passchendaele Ridge and undermine the German Fourth Army. The raid involved 7 officers and 78 men, totaling 85 soldiers. The raid began around 5:00 a.m., but it quickly turned disastrous, leading to only a few soldiers returning. While some British and Australian wartime newspapers initially reported the raid as a success, 10th Battalion Commander Maurice Welder-Nelligan described it as a violent bloodbath, stating only 14 unwounded men made it back, with other accounts suggesting just 7 returned. Official Army records accounted for only 37 of the 85 soldiers, leaving many unaccounted for. The most unsettling aspect is that the bodies of the missing soldiers were never found. Their names did not appear on prisoner of war lists, and extensive searches failed to locate any remains, leading to speculation about their fate. Over the years, theories emerged, including that the missing men were massacred by Germans and buried in a mass grave. In 2008, researchers Chris Henshey and Robert Kearney suggested that the Australian soldiers were killed by Germans, with their bodies destroyed alongside dead German troops in an explosion, explaining the absence of identifiable corpses. Henshey called the event a typical small unit action gone wrong, but not all experts accept this explanation, leaving the fate of the missing soldiers one of wartime history's strangest unsolved mysteries. These stories illustrate humanity's persistent curiosity about the unknown and our endless efforts to find logical or supernatural explanations. Whether grounded in reality or embellished by myth, they continue to captivate and haunt our imaginations.